All right, today is April 22nd, 2025. This is the post market review of the market. The market gapped up. Didn't see this coming, but I guess we have to go see what Tesla did. That's really what we're going to go do. Because Tesla had earnings today. What else had earnings today? That's a very good question. Um, so that means that all of these should have somewhat of a gap, right? We got gaps all over the place, right? Alright, so I want to open this up to my 5-minute current as I always do. And I got to see what price ended up there. But first, let's see what else had earnings today. Okay. Notion. It's probably behind this. Notion. Alright, so yeah, we had Tesla's earning. I don't know any of these other stocks. Okay, so yeah, it was Tesla's was the most part. Okay, so let's go to Tesla earnings report. Um, I'm not gonna stress out my brain. Let's just see what this thing has to say about it. All right. We're all right. So defect, effect. I don't know. All right. So we'll see how this plays out tomorrow morning at the open. Because I'm thinking right now, if this thing jumped up, it's because of Tesla. Um, Not anything else. So right now we still have this holding us down. I'm gonna have to drag this out further. This is what I meant by further. All right, this is that strong buy that we haven't been able to get out of it yet. We're still below it, and we're kind of still at the 50% mark of that. All right, came right to the 50% and kind of bounce off of it, right? So let's go to Tesla. Oh, look like I had Tesla at 3. All right, so we had a nice downtrend. All right, let's go to the overnight session. Do I have the thing popped up? Expand that. This is the only one. All right, let's go to the 4-hour. All right, so did we gap off from there? Let's go to 30-minute. All right, so look like we had a spike and we gapped up. All right, so I had something here. Bounced up, came back down to this level here, spiked up, and kind of like where we at right now. So we're here. So price did move up. Let's look at all the other stocks. Let's do one. Let's put out our this here and Apple. Apple's gapping up. Microsoft gapping up a little bit. Okay, Nvidia's gapping up a little bit. Amazon's gapping up pretty big, it seems like. Whatever this AVGL thing is, gapping up, gapped up. Stay sideways. Netflix has been pretty damn strong. That's Tesla, and then Google. Okay, that is gonna be interesting. All right, so it looks like this is coming up to a supply zone, so we'll see how that plays out. All right, so that's enough of that. We'll figure out what's going on with this later. All right, so let's go over the market, the trades that the trade that I took, and what I do have my notes. Oh, that'd be cool if I could do that. That would be awesome. Yeah, that would be cool. Let's see here. Can I even write on this? Well, I can draw. All right, so I can draw on it. All right, so I think I can draw on it. Today is well, I can draw on it. All right, let me pull out my pen. Where's the undo button? Gotta have an undo button. This is just erase. Alright, so let me pull out my pen, pull out my board. Where's my board? It's over here on the side. I need my connector to connect to this. It should be here. Is that it on the floor in the back? Yep. Okay. Unplug this. Then. Alright, bet. Alright, now where's my pen? Cool. Okay. And you can see how my handwriting looks. Alright, so today is 4/22/25, right? I had a trade today, and I did notes. So I'm gonna pull up the trade. Pull up the screenshot of the trade. This is pretty dope. I hope I can save it, and then I just attach it to the thing. Um, okay, so we can see that I entered the trade here, right? I had a resistance level that went probably as high as here. I can't really see it on this specific chart, and I entered when the price came back to this strong buying, retested it. I entered here, and the price started to move up higher. Had a strong rejection here, so I got stopped at a break even, right? All right, so this is another look of the trade. As you can see, I did have the resistance level here. This is it. Price broke out of it, which is what I was looking for, and closed. And then it looked like it was holding. But I think I entered early. I entered at this candle here. My level was way down here. We do have a bit of a wick at this candle. I did like how the 1 minute came down and opened up here. So I kind of entered when the 1 minute was moving up. But we came up to this top part and we rejected. Alright, this is it here. These don't really count because we're working on a 15-minute time frame. On 15-minute time frame. This is it from the 5 minute. I should have just kept the 15-minute, but this is it from the 5 minute. Based on what price was doing, you can see price was above the prior day low. Price was rejecting a level here. And this is what my thing looked like if I was on with a 1 minute time frame. So my goal was to reach 52.85. Right, we came up. I felt like I entered late because this is just a strong move away from that level. I felt like I entered late, which I entered down here, but my tick chart wasn't giving me what I needed, so I entered way up here. I was up maybe about 8-9 points, right? And I was trying to get to over here, which is about I don't know, 15 points, 16 points, right? But I ended up getting stopped out to the tick to my break even point. Kind of entered, like I said, I felt like I entered late. And then this is it from the tick chart. All right, so that was basically my trade. And I took one trade and I said, okay, I'm done. So the thing is, what do anything here follows that trade setup? So we're near key level, right? Previous weekly day high, low, or support or resistance zone, right? We had a key level, right? We do have higher time frame bias aligned with weekly high, weekly to 1 hour. Yes, we're in an uptrend, right? All of these uptrend. And I did have my thing labeled, right? We broke this, right? Reversal, close inside. We're not doing a reversal trade. That one doesn't count. Absorption, exhaustion is visible. Not doing that one. RSI divergence or overbought or oversold. I have to continue to remember this. No, we're not doing that. We're doing a breakout. Breakout, close through level, same time frame. Close to the level at the same time frame. Yes. This was a 5 minute and a 15 minute, but this is definitely a 15 minute level, which I should have really just kept instead. You see price broke out of it and retested, right? Close through that same level. Yes, this is what we're looking for, right? Retest plus volume confirmation. We were getting volume confirmation right here at the time that I entered. It was a little early, but we were getting volume confirmation. I should have just waited, but yes, we got it. I got it from this candle here. Be informed. Confirmation of closing above it is good. The retest was not very strong, but still good enough. Mindset, neutral, no FOMO, no fear. Yes, because I didn't try to check it. Following the edge, not reacting. Yes, I waited. Risk accepted fully. Yes, I was risking I think I was risking like 6 points. All right, let's see what else. Um, Reversal, absorption, plus retest of aggressive candle. That's not what we're doing. Oh, a reversal, absorption, plus retest of aggressive candle. If we go to the tick chart, tick chart, yes, we got a retest of the aggressive candle right here, of the aggressive buying breakout, higher time frame breakout, retest on tick chart. Yes, this one here is what I'm looking for. Entry, 2 candle tick chart, no, modified, because this was barely moving, and from here to here was a lot, and my level was already almost there, so I had to just enter on the next candle based on how this was already moving. It wasn't very good, so I did modify. One candle, and I accepted the risk. This is quite ugly. I could type, man. All right, risk 150, I believe so. Position size, it was 5 MES. Break even set after 1-1, yes. Aware of trade count and reset protocol, yes. Yes, and it should have been 150, yes. All right. So that's all of that. Okay, then I did have notes. This I can type here. I'm gonna type it up. Did not use 2-tick entry candle. Because tick chart was moving slower. May need to go down to 10 ticks. Entered on the first tick reject, right? I had to just modify as we go. And then I have another note here. Trade worked in my favor, got stopped out at break even. So this trade did work in my favor, but I got stopped out at break even. All right. Okay, so that's that. I wish I could delete the other page. All right, so save as. This one would be April 22nd trade breakout. All right, if I could just delete the other part, it would be great. So that's that. All right, does look pretty accurate. Yeah. Okay, so let's go through the actual trade in real-time video. Let's pull up the video. This is it at a faster rate. Let's pull up the performance. So this is the trade. Thank you. I entered at 18. All right, I added to the trade at 10:18. All right. So yeah, 10:15 had already happened. So let's see what happens. So I was looking for price to come back down to this level for an entry, but price just decided to keep ramming through. I was looking to see maybe we can get rejection here, but I wanted to see sellers really step through. We had a little bit of selling, but it was not looking very promising on the 15-minute time frames. I said I'll wait for an absorption, then retest. What I was looking for, price didn't absorb as I wanted to. Now there goes price breaking that level there. It says right now it's 10.14, and we do break, but I should have waited for the 15-minute candle to close. And then here goes my entry is about to come, and then that's where I entered right there. All right, we can see the 15-minute did not finish setting up. Probably need to, when it retests, I probably needed to just break and then close there. You can go see where we're trying to go, and then we got a forced move all the way back down. All right, my stop loss is at break even because I am near my 2-to-1 target. As you can see, we're at 52.79. I entered around 52.70, more or less, right? So, and then as you can see here, in that level, we have that strong wick there. So, someone's saying that maybe, you know, after I enter, maybe sometimes. So I stopped out at. Let me saving it. I didn't even get a chance to actually adjust that stop loss, but let's just get an idea. So 70 and 60. Let's just say it's a 6-point stop loss. 6 times 25 is about 150. Yeah. So I was risking 150 on that trade plus commission. I think plus commission. And then, like I said, after we get into close to 2-to-1, 1-to-1, which is right about here, I saw that push up. I like this push. This looked very aggressive. I moved my stop loss to break even. Price came right down to my break even and really pissed me off. If it came back down to that level of entry right there, you can see we had that first wick and, you know, felt naked. Price just came back down to say, hey, let's make sure there's nothing there. Right? We at 33 now. And then after that, price just went. You know? So it had unfinished. This is considered unfinished business, right? This one maybe, but this is an actual level. Price broke out, came back down, and basically had a little bit of unfinished business. And then after it stopped me out, that was it. Going to my target. Played around, but I said I know the target would get hit. I really wanted to stay in this trade. I probably would have been almost out, if not out. Right? It's really just flirting with the heck out of that trade, that level, and then it hits it, right? Bam. And that would have been my exit right there. So 88, 70. Yeah, so 88, 85. Let's call it 85. Yeah, so about a 15-point trade. Right? Risking 150. So 15 times 25. To make 375, that would have been a nice actual return. All right, 2.5 to 1. All right, perfect trade. We do get an absorption, and right, and then that's basically it. Price does continue grinding up like a madhouse, goes to the next level there, and then that's when it rejects. Alright, because I was looking at it like I was saying to myself, where exactly would it reject? I don't have an error for rejection. There it is. There was that resistance level. Broke the heck out of that level. Let's go back to this 12 o'clock. Let's go back to that 2 minute before. Right here. This was an insane move. I didn't know what was happening. This was an insane move. Price just decided to really start galloping straight up. No idea why. No warning, nothing, price just moved up. And then I think after that I walked away. I saw this happening. This was a nice move. I didn't see this part. I don't think I recall seeing this, but um, that's enough for a potential reaction down. I think I was away at this time. Let's see how this react. Another, there you go. Another volatility move happening. Price push up, push down. Absorption. So this is a 5-minute absorption level. We can see that price halted, 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 right? So do we have an absorption level at this? Let's go take a look at the regular charts. I'm gonna just go to backup, so that way it's just clear and unfiltered. So we got our level. Right, let's see if we can make sense of this here. So we got our level, right? Price close right about here. Oh, I like this. Yep, that's pretty much it. Let's call it that. All right, an absorption level right here. Okay, anything else that sticks out? Nothing else there here at the top. Maybe this little bad boy right here, right? So we got that. All right, nothing else is sticking out. We got a little this right here. All right, and it's crazy that this is a big empty space. All right, anything here on this chart? A lot of RSIs. Drops. All right, so maybe these RSIs right here are telling us something. That, right? All right, let's go to the range chart. All right. Okay, we do get a sell right here. Okay, so this would be our level right here. All right, so there we have that. Price comes back. We need an absorption level or something. All right, let's start deleting some of this. All right, we got that. Not the best, but we got an absorption level here. All right, let's see if I would have been taken out right here. Would have pissed me off. And then that one, so we got sell. See here, yeah, I shouldn't even be in this trade. So this is the same down trade. So I like this buy and then rejection. So this would have really pissed me off, the fact that this, all of this here is all one candle. Alright, so you know, wanting price to just really work out here. I think, you know, got that black, need that green or something like that. Need price to go back into the green. So got the black, need price to really go back into it. And I think that's what it did here. really would have pissed me off, because I would have entered here. Alright, 8 points. Stopped out. Came back again. Bam, bam. Okay, try it one more time. 10 points. And then worked out very nicely. All the way down to back to whatever level that was. 50 something points. Right? So, but I think I said I would have to go down to the tick chart of 5 or 10. Let's put this as 2 days. Alright. So you can see, and we have this right here. So this would have been our gold right here. This guy here. See, it really sticks out. Him. Let's come back and retest that. Boom. Okay, so now with this one, I wouldn't get trapped because this one closes up here. Here, then we got 1, 2. I could enter here. Alright, 2 points. And then now let's just ride out. Alright. So I may have to play around with the range chart because I do have it set for 20, but when price is just not really, when the ticks are not really moving, like probably even this 15 would have been good. Now this would have got me out and pissed. Alright, boom. I don't know what the heck is doing. Alright, this would have got me out. Would have hit that. And then would have had this one again. Let's try it one more time. And then it would have went. And it's about what? I think that's a pretty damn good trade. 58 points. Even if it went halfway. Okay, just no downsides. Go half. So let's say that I risked. I'm a little bit over. I risk 7. 150 divided by 7 divided by 25. What is that? No. 150 divided by 7 divided by 5 would have been well, it would be 25. No, 7. I would have to do the 4, right? 4 of that. So 4 times 5 times 60 is that, or 4 times 5 times 50 divided by 2, 500, right? So because the first one I would have been down 150, I would have made up 500 to make up for that without risk as much downsized. Instead of the 150, I risk less than the 150. So instead of the 5, risk 3 or 2, right? Or the 4, yeah. So that would have been that, and that still would have been a pretty good return. Just letting it run its course. But yeah, I think I needed to go down to the tick chart, because even that trade, when I did enter it the first time, right, I think it's here, you can see I don't have enough thing. Price just kind of just starts to go. We do have this is good, but look how tight these are. They're just very tight ticks. So if we go down to I think the 10 or the 5, right? I don't want the tick charts to be tight. right here. All right, so this has a little bit more fluidity in it. All right, this has a little bit more spacing, so I could have entered here. All right, stop loss there, and I would have been already been up 10. All right, and I probably would have been tighter with that trade. Entered here like that. All right, probably would have been like, okay, let's look for an exit. All right, but first sign of weakness, there, and then there. All right, I would have been looking for a first sign of weakness. If I did 5-point tick, this might take a while. If I did a 5-point tick, my level would have been this. You see how nicely this pops up? Come back to it right here, too. My entry would have been even tighter. All right, I don't know what this is. This can definitely hide. All right, enter on this one here. Stop loss here. Risking about 2 points. I'm already up almost 2-1. All right, and if I'm risking that, trying to go here, first sign of weakness would be this right here. If I'm getting that, I'm in that. So I mean, this is a nice play. All right, but we did come back and back to break even, and we do come back close to that area before we move again, which sucks. All right, so but this would have been coded good. So what I could learn from this is that and let's see what I look like on the other side over there. That 1 o'clock one. Look at that. Look at that. Bam. Right. Price say, yo, ready to go. Look at it. Look at this scream. Yo, ready to go. Look how crazy this one is. Right. All right. Cool. There goes the arc stream. We're gonna mark it. We want price to come back to that. Price comes back to that. All right. This one is too tight. Boom. Enter here. Let it ride. All right. Look at that yell. All right. Before that yell, what tells us we need to start looking for that move down? Right. We get this, and we get price moving down. Price breaks down. We can go back and say, okay, price went to the level, it closed, it moved away from the level. What do we got that's shouting to say, yo, I'm ready to go? All right. We break the trend. Trend's been broken. All right, cool. What do we got to support that trend? That's yelling. Where's our yell? All right. We look at that. We zoom out. Even if we zoom out, let's populate this well. Okay. We zoom out. Alright, we got this. This is a good shout. This is a good shout. Not gonna lie. But like I said, price is barely moving. I would like to see price pretty much aggravated more. Boom, so I have to get the first reject. Right? So what's telling us ready to go? Well, price broke trend. Right? We're at a 15-minute level. Price breaks trend. All right, let's go back and retest it. Boom, there it is. All right, let's go. Okay. All right, so that's it for me today. I did go over a little bit over, but this is what I want to talk about. All right, catch you later.